Warning: the following stunts depicted in this series were performed under the direct supervision of trained professionals. Potty Mouth Show LLC asks that for your safety and the safety of others, do not attempt to perform these stunts at home as they could lead to bodily harm or in some cases death.
If you pull your hands out, we'll have a viral moment.
I'm not gonna... I'm gonna choke? Once again, we appreciate you doing this for us.
Oh, you bet.
You brought something else for us. If you've seen the thumbnail of this episode, you know what it is. It's snakes, which I personally am terrified of snakes. And so tell us a little bit about the snake you brought today.
We brought a small python.
A small python?
Uh-huh. Considering they can get 25 feet long and weigh a couple 100 pounds.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So 25 feet long. How big around is that?
Telephone pole size.
A telephone pole?
Yeah, easily.
So like basically like this. Like
Yeah.
I could hold the body of a python like this.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
That's pretty cool. And it's 25 feet long. So you said this one's a small one. So we're
Yeah.
talking like 5 feet, like...
Oh, no, it's about 8 or 9, maybe 10. I haven't measured it in a long time.
Okay. As you know, I'm terrified of snakes.
Why is that?
I had an incident when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So when I was about 7, I think I was like 6 or 7, we were walking on the trail from my hometown, and I was walking down this trail, and I see this snake kind of like crawl out. What do they call it? Crawl out, I guess.
Yeah.
To slither out to the middle of the trail, and I'm like, okay, no big deal. My aunt was with me. We started backing up slowly, and for some reason it turned and then chased me, and so I freaked out and I ran. And when I looked away, it was gone, but I didn't know how long it had been following me. And it just kind of like, when you're that young and you have an instance like that, it just kind of like ingrains it in your brain. And so I don't know, I've been freaked out about snakes ever since. Like I can hold little gardener snakes. That's not a big deal. But anything bigger than that is like truly terrifying.
Really?
So I do believe that I actually have a fear of snakes. So, like, I guess, obviously I'm going to face it today because that's kind of the whole goal of the show is for us to face our fears, or just common fears. But how do you suggest I go about this in holding this snake and being around it? And
Well, no quick movements.
okay.
It's a big thing, yeah.
So how dangerous can a python be?
Well, they can be, depending on the situation, pretty dangerous. I mean, I still remember a friend of mine who fought in Vietnam, where there were pythons indigenous there, that they'd come across one that had a young man half swallowed. So
A snake could theoretically suffocate you, like crush your ribs.
it'd have to be a pretty big one. Yeah.
Like this one couldn't?
No, I don't think it's big enough that you would be able to fight it and release yourself. You would be able to do that.
Your level of confidence in this is scaring me right now.
Let's put it this way.
You're like, I think so. It's fine.
I had a python grab me by the hand once, and their teeth are long enough that it went in one side of my thumb and come out the other side of my thumb. And then after it had me with both hands like this, then it went into the coil, and I was basically like handcuffs. And I needed help to get out of that. Of course, that was about a 15-foot python.
Yeah, but you're locked like this. You can't.
I had to get help.
Yeah. Okay. So worst case scenario, we could get bit.
That's not going to happen.
But it's not going to happen. It's not. We're putting it out there. It's not going to happen.
No.
It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. Okay.
We should probably put the word probably in front of everything.
It's probably not going to happen.
There we go.
It's probably not going to happen.
Okay, put your arms up. Okay, fold it back. What do you think?
Holy crap.
Did you touch it?
Yes.
What do you think it feels like? Feels like a basketball.
It does.
Very smooth, very dry. You're doing great with it. I'm totally amazed. I'll just go sit back now.
My heart is... You don't have to sit back. I'm getting a neurologist thing, but I'm scared.
Shock the snake. That's such a good idea.
That's smart. No, that's not a good idea. Knees are shaking. Are you scared? Well, I'm not very flexible. So this is the most comfortable position.
And here's the thing. They lose their fear of the human scent after they've been in captivity for a while. Because they basically live by their tongue. They smell the air or taste the air. And that's how they find their prey. So this one's been handled enough. It's been in hundreds of schools where kids have held it that it no longer has a fear of the human scent. Now, if it was, it would be a whole lot different if he was right out of the wild.
Oh, I bet.
A whole lot different. Oh, we'd already, all three of us have been bitten by now. Oh yeah, he's warming up.
Oh, fucking awesome. All right. What do I do again?
You're fine.
Okay. Just go.
Alright, take his hand.
Okay.
You gotta pull that other one back.
Okay. This one here?
Yep, you can touch her. Go ahead and touch her. Feels like a basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah, that gets a lot more active with him.
Where's it going?
It's going down on the other side.
Can I let it go?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, sure.
Oh my god.
Move him around here so we can see his head a little better.
Okay. Oh, he's like tighter in my neck.
Oh, okay. You have trouble breathing, just let us know. Just let it crawl by you.
Can I keep extending my hand?
Yeah, you're on the death coil.
So why is it doing this?
It's thinks you're a tree. It's exploring. You can pull your hand out if you want to.
Nope.
Okay.
Where's it at?
It's there on your left shoulder.
Alright, it's tightening up pretty quick.
If you pull your hands out, we'll have a viral moment.
I'm not gonna... Want me to choke? You're not gonna choke.
You're not going to choke. We're right here. We could be in there at a moment's notice. Where's my sandwich?
Oh my god. Oh, no, I'm not your enemy. I'm your friend. I think. Alright, I trust you.
It's like a scarf.
Mm-hmm.
A basketball fitting scarf.
Okay,
You done?
I'm done.
That's shocking stuff.
So, you're highly terrified of snakes before, but how do you feel now that you actually had one on you?
Less scared than I was.
So what changed?
Let me just walk you through the experience because there's a lot to unpack with it.
Okay.
I think that the initial moment when I had it placed on me, I was still terrified. And actually, if you were to rewatch the footage, I'm pretty sure I almost cried because it was just an overwhelmingly amount of fear all at once, and there was no controlling it. It's like, here it is, it's right in front of you. And I actually did count the 4 or 5 seconds in my head.
I did too. Don't worry.
Just to make sure, I'm like, oh, you know what? Even if he's totally bullshitting me, I know that like I got the 5 seconds. We're good. So I let it walk around and do its thing, or crawl around and do its thing, and then it started to wrap itself around my neck, and I had my hand out here, like stopping the thing from like moving.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, just let it go. And I'm like, you know what? Fine. So I took my hand out, and then it completely wrapped itself around my neck, which that was like the epitome of fear right there. Like, that's the highest that fear is going to go. By the way, you got fucking lucky.
I did.
Every
both times.
God dang thing we did, because it didn't even move. It's just like, oh yeah, we're good. We're chill.
But imagine a full-grown one.
Oh yeah.
Getting
Like
on
25-foot one with this. Oh my God.
Getting on top of it.
You'd be done.
Yeah. It could probably sneeze and just
But so
crush you.
after that, it relaxed, it got off my neck, kind of just hung out for a little bit, and I was pretty chill. Like after that, I was like, all right, this isn't as bad as I thought.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Before we go any further on
Yeah.
it, what was your immediate reaction when you saw the snake look towards you and start crawling up towards your face? Like when you were basically, his face was right next to your face.
I was cool until it started licking my ear,
Okay.
or like tasting or smelling my ear. I was like, nope, because it was like getting inside my ear. Like
Really?
the tongue was going inside, like right in here.
Interesting.
And I was like, oh man, this is okay. Yep, this is the thing. And I was trying so hard not to go like that, like flinch away, because he said no quick movements. And I'm like, if I move right now, I could get bit. So, yeah, it was definitely terrifying. So, honestly, here's the deal. This experiment and this stunt was done in a secure environment by trained professionals. We're not trained professionals. We had a trained professional.
Yes.
It was supervised by a trained professional. So I would still not approach a snake in the wild, as you shouldn't. But that's I'm still cautious of snakes.
So I didn't think the snake was as bad as the spider was for me.
No,
I found myself being more afraid of the spider than I was the snake.
I agree. So what would you rate this fear on a scale of 1 to 10?
So I rate the spider at 8.5. I'd probably have to rate the snake right around a 6.
I'm gonna rate the snake a 7.5. I think that it's still very scary, but I think it's more of a respect thing at that point, because it's still in the wild. It's still very scary, and they could be very dangerous. But you should be cautious and respectful of that animal.
Yeah.
And so that's why this was in a controlled environment. So I think still being cautious and understanding that these things could pose a potential threat to you, and that you shouldn't just approach them in the wild, but in a secure, protected setting with professionals around, I think you'd be 100% fine. Guys, that's it, man. One more episode to go. One more fear.
One more fear.
One more fear.
Uno.
We'll see you guys next time.